Hello, my name is Mohala. You can call me Mo, whichever one's easier. I am from Hawaii. I was born and raised on the island of Oahu. I met my husband in 2014 in Hawaii, where we got married and we had our first child. Due to the nature of his job, he's in the military, we relocated to Washington State in 2017 and we had our second child together. We were there for about the last 3 and some change years, and now we relocated again here in Fort Lee, Virginia. And now we have 3 children together. We have 2 boys, and my youngest is a baby girl. I currently work as a medical assistant here in Virginia. I work in an endocrinologist office. Yes, it's a boring specialty, but there's a lot to learn. My ultimate goal is to be in the healthcare field. I am actually finishing up my last year in my bachelor's degree for healthcare administration. When I grow up, I would like to be a nursing home administrator. As being a CNA a few years back, I learned how toxic the healthcare industry is, especially nursing homes, and the lack of patient care and compassion that patients deserve. My goal is to make even the slightest difference in the nursing home world. I don't really have much hobbies or interest at the moment. We just moved, so I'm just trying to get settled and adjusted here in Virginia. So my next big thing is to start exploring and see what Virginia has to offer me. When I think of a big life-changing event, I think of my move from Hawaii to the mainland. Not just Washington State in general, but Washington State and Virginia and all the places I've been here in the States. It was definitely a very big struggle for me to adjust to the world here in the States. Living on an island in Hawaii, especially Hawaii, we are very sheltered. We are very like-minded thinkers. Our culture is way different than the folks here in the mainland. I've also got to say that the food was a big shock to me as well. A lot of the foods here we don't have back at home, so which is good and bad at the same time. A lot of the foods we have there we don't have here in the States, and I feel like that's one of my biggest things I missed was the food. But most importantly, I miss my culture. I miss being around the people I know and the people that are familiar to me. I miss being around other Hawaiian people and those I relate with. I actually struggled very, very hard trying to adjust to the culture in the mainland. I learned that people are not as friendly as they are in Hawaii. I learned that people types of respect and the different types of disrespect here, it definitely has taught me how to keep an open mind and also still be understanding. Just because we come from different cultures doesn't mean that I'm right and he's wrong, or he's wrong and I'm right. It was definitely a big mental barrier for me, and that's something I'm still learning to overcome here in the States. But culturally, it has been a very big shock, and it definitely changed my life for the good. It definitely has taught me deep moral values and how to not be quick to judge other people just because we're not from the same place. But yes, I definitely think that was one of the biggest life changes for me, although it's not like a big physical change. Eternally, it was big for me. But I look forward to spending the next 8 weeks with everybody.